Hello, students. We are looking at two things here. We're looking at an input-output machine, which is over here on the left, and graphs. So these are graphs from the coordinate plane. And what we're looking at is it says students earn 2 extra points on a math test for each bonus question answered correctly. The input-output machine, that's this, follows a rule to generate different ordered pairs of numbers. When a number of correct bonus answers, X, is placed into the machine or in the machine, the corresponding number of extra points, Y, is generated. So we put in one bonus answer, we get 2 points. We put in 4 bonus answers, we get 8 points. We put in 5 bonus answers, we get 10 points. If we put in 7, we get 14. Now, we don't really need to know what our rule is here of how we get from 1 to 2 or 4 to 8, but let's talk about it. So in our input-output, we could either do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or even a combination of several. But let's take a look. I think this is pretty straightforward, okay? We could think, well, if I put in 1 and I add 1, I'm going to get 2. Does that work here? If I put in 4 and add 1, do I get 8? No, I would get 5. So it's not adding 1. But if I go 1 times 2 equals 2, 4 times 2 equals 8, 5 times 2 equals 10, 7 times 2 equals 14. So our rule would be basically times 2. That's our rule. We don't really need to know that, but I wanted to show that to you. And so our Y would be equal to X times 2. So I'll do a big X and a little times in 2. Okay, or we could do that's fine. This is multiplied by 2. Okay, so 1, so if X is 1, Y is 2. If X is 4, Y is 8. If X is 5, Y is 10. Okay, but what this question's really asking us is to graph which graph shows the ordered pairs from the machine. Okay, so they're wanting us to plot this one in our class. When we do our ordered pairs, okay, our X always comes first. So I'm going to go ahead and write our ordered pairs here on the side. So, and then that's our X over here, and our Y will be over here. So it doesn't matter if they're stacked on top of each other. The one on top would be our X. If they're left to right, the one on the left would be our X. So our ordered pairs look like this. Ordered pairs. Okay, we have 1 and 2, 1 comma 2. Remember, separate them with a comma and add parentheses. Okay, 4, 8, 4 comma 8, 5 comma 10, and 7 comma 14. Okay, so again, we're using our input-output machine to put in a number, which is the number of questions, bonus questions answered. We have our rule, which is times 2, and then that gives us our Y. That's basically all this thing is. Okay, so ordered pairs 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10, 7, 14. Remember, the first number is so the 1 would be our X coordinate. That's how many we go across. Okay, X coordinate. And the second number is I'll put that over here a little further, is our Y coordinate. And that's our second one. Because remember, we always crawl across the X axis first before we climb up the tail of the Y and go up. Okay, so 1, 2, let's see. Well, let's look at A. A has 2, 2. So that's not right. I don't have 2, 2. I'm going to cross out A. B has 1 across, 2 up. Okay, that's looking good. 4 across, 8 up, that looks good. 5 across, that'd be midway between 4 and 6. It's not shown as 5, but we should know that it's right in the middle there. And then 10, so that looks good. And then 7, which is going to be midway between 6 and 8, and 14. So B is looking really good. Let's just double check the others to make sure that we have this right. C is 1, 1. Okay, we don't have that, so that's not right. And D is 1, 2. Okay, so that looks good. 1, 2. 4. Oh, but we're only 4, 6, so that's not right. Okay, so D is out. Okay, so our answer would be B. Again, all we really needed to do here was to look at our ordered pairs, which are 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10, 7, 14. And I went ahead and wrote them down, and then we found the graph which shows these ordered pairs on the coordinate plane. And all we had to do was find the one that matched what we have here. That's all there was to it. Okay, so we learned about ordered pairs. We used our input-output machine, and that we put in our bonus. We did our operation, which was ×2, and then we got our output, which is our y coordinate. We learned that x coordinate always comes first, and we crawl across the x axis, and then we climb up the y, or parallel to the y, to find our plotted point, or where we're going to put a plotted point. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, class.